Hello everyone and welcome back to Higher Education Week here at Northwest Regional College. I am delighted today to be joined by Siobhan and Emmett Rice. And the focus of today's session is to talk about the student support available for our higher education students at Northwest Regional College. Now I'm going to pass over to Siobhan in a minute, and Siobhan is our Senior Learning Support Officer. And I'm going to start off, Siobhan, by asking you, you currently work in our Learning Link department. Can you explain to people tuning in what the Learning Link department does?
Yes, Fanine, I can. So the Learning Link provides support to students with a range of disabilities and learning difficulties to ensure they have access to both the curriculum and the services available whilst they're studying at NWRC. The Learning Link supports students with a range of conditions, including medical conditions, mental health conditions, physical and sensory conditions, and they also support people with learning difficulties such as dyslexia.
Brilliant, thanks so much for that, Siobhan. And Siobhan, what about a student perhaps, or somebody with a son and daughter that has got support throughout school? Will they be able to avail of the support at Northwest Regional College, or could you tell us a wee bit about that?
Absolutely. There's a range of support available, and we would encourage students to disclose their condition at application stage so that we can meet with them to develop a support package. If you're from Northern Ireland, you can apply for Disabled Student Allowance. You can find more information and check if you're eligible on the Student Finance NI website. If you're from the Republic of Ireland, you may be eligible to apply for the Funds for Students with Disabilities, and you can find more information on the Higher Education Authority website. Support includes reasonable adjustments, exam support, study support, assistive technology, and a specialist equipment. And our role is really to help level out that playing field so that you can reach your true potential if you're studying with us.
Brilliant, Siobhan. Thank you so much for that. And the different links that Siobhan has talked about, I will post above this video so you can check out those links afterwards. Now, moving on, I'm going to introduce you to Emmett Rice. And Emmett is our Finance Officer at the college. And Emmett gives everybody that requires financial information the necessary advice and guidance. So Emmett, you're very welcome. And I'm going to start off by asking you the first question I have. What would be the difference in costings of somebody studying a higher education qualification locally compared to perhaps going to a university across the water?
Thanks, Fanine. Yeah, well, you can still get the funding that's available for higher education courses at the college is essentially the same as what you would receive to go to England. The major difference, or primary difference that we at the moment, is that the tuition fees in England are £9,000. Fees at the Northwest Regional College are £2,500 per academic year. So straight away there you can see that it's cheaper in terms of the cost of the course. I feel too that particularly if students are living at home, it's likely that they don't really require to take out the maintenance element or the maintenance loan element of the funding package. So there could be a saving there if you're at home and that you don't have the expense that you would have had associated with living away from home. So it probably would be a cheaper route by a HND or foundation here at the Northwest Regional College, and then springboard then from that into ideally the final year or potentially the second year. There probably could be a bit of a saving by doing that sort of route.
Brilliant, Emmett. Thanks very much for that. Can I also ask what financial funding is available for students looking to undertake higher education study at Northwest Regional College?
Well, that's what I was saying, yeah. The funding package essentially for a study here at the Northwest Regional College is the exact same as what you would get to go to university. So if a person has been doing A-levels there now at the moment in secondary school, it's possible that they might have had some direction about applying for funding already. Fortunately for everybody, given the circumstances, that it's an online application process through Student Finance Northern Ireland. A lot of students have already been pre-registered with that website, particularly if they've been getting EMA at secondary school. They would have been set up with their details taken from EMA to set them up for an account for Student Finance. So they look for that online, Student Finance Northern Ireland. It's long, they have to register with the site, but some people have been pre-registered because of EMA. They fill in their details online. It usually goes by household income. And if eligible, if household income is below 19,203, then they could receive a grant of £3,475. Then on top of it, the complete package is an optional tuition fee loan for the fees, for the £2,500 fees for North West Regional College, and then the option of taking out a maintenance loan. Now, the maintenance loan part, that is really, I suppose it's designed if you're living away from home and you might need to take out a loan to cover your costs of accommodation, say if you're going off over to England. And that's what we're saying, that maybe if you're living at home, you might need to take out that loan part of it. But that's the whole kind of statutory funding package, which be the grant from Student Finance for £3,475, and then 2 other loans which are optional, but I guess they're only optional if you can afford not to take them out. One of them is for tuition fees. Students never see that. That's paid directly to the college, and the other is a maintenance loan that's paid to the student for additional costs they might have associated with their study. They're both loans. The grants, you don't have to repay that, but the loans you do have to repay at some point when you're earning over 19,000, say, they take it out of your wages kind of thing. Then once you started at the North West Regional College, we have some additional funding available to students in the form of a HE bursary, which is a £500 refund for students. It is means tested, it's under 18,000. There are some additional bursaries. We have an electricity bursary that pay back fees for students. And there's also what we call the WAP scholarship, and that is a bursary available for 2 students kind of from disadvantaged backgrounds, maybe moving from level 3 into higher education, and we're going to pay the fees for those 2 students. And we also have a hardship fund at the college, but that sort of funding, we'll tell you more about that if you come this in September.
Brilliant, Emmett. Thank you so much for that information. Now, I'm very aware that we've given you a lot of information in a short space of time, and Emmett has outlined there the different funding available for higher education students, and he's also touched on the different bursaries available for students. Now, above this post, I'm going to put the different links that Emmett and Siobhan have talked about, and if anybody requires any information, advice and guidance, then you can contact us on the details above. Make sure and stay tuned throughout the week for the rest of our higher education activities. Thank you very much for tuning in, and goodbye.